Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat mga kababayan at welcome back dito po sa PNR at ito nga mga karibin natin, kumanta na, nako, Cayetano nagsalita na, may ibinulgara. Ayan mga kababayan, patungkol po riyan ang ating aalamin at bibigyan ng komento ngayong araw na ito. Pero bago pong lahat mga kababayan, sa mga hindi pa po nakapag-subscribe sa ating munting channel ay pasubscribe naman po. Maraming salamat at ito na nga, simulan na po natin to.
Simula yung Senate presidency ni Senate President Escudero ng panahon ng isang Sara D. This morning, we heard another Sara D. Sara Diskaya, and that ended naman his Senate president. Nagbubukas pa lang ang linaw, and I do not say na yung sinabi ni Sara Diskaya kanina is gospel truth. I know there's a lot of truth there. Marami pang truth ang lalabas. So I would like to manifest that I'll probably remain in the minority, but I look forward to working with you whether we agree or disagree, because the country needs the Senate now more than ever. Mr. President, I was with former Senate President Escudero 60 minutes before we had to start the session. And then I intently listened to the prayer of our now Senate President Tito Soto. And it warms my heart that the two gentlemen and us who support them individually and collectively as a Senate can truly say, and even Brother Robin, kasi po si Propetang Jeremiah ay propeta sa Hudyo, Muslim at Kristiyano, we can truly say the warmness in our heart na pag sinabing, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future," is true for all of us. I saw the hope, I saw the humility, I saw the passion in the prayer of Senate President Soto, but I also saw the compassion, the sincerity, the humility of Senate President Escudero in stepping down. So now the heartbreak is that we as a Senate have to really surrender to God how we will find a solution for the massive corruption that is happening in our country at a time where the trust to our government institutions and leader may be at its lowest. Every time we think it is the worst time, something even worse comes. My hope is this: usually permanent ang politics, yung change temporary. I hope together we can find a way na maging permanent yung change or true transformation at temporary yung politics. It's funny, Mr. President, kasi the day after the Senate President took office, yun yung massive rally ng ating mga kapatid for unity in the nation. So I can claim that nagsimula yung Senate presidency ni Senate President Escudero ng panahon ng isang Sara D. or the Vice President Sara Duterte. This morning, we heard another Sara D. Sara Diskaya, and that ended naman his Senate President. So sarado na po ang term ni Senate President Escudero. Pero nagbubukas pa lang ang linaw, and I do not say na yung sinabi ni Sara Diskaya kanina is gospel truth. I know there's a lot of truth there. Marami pang truth ang lalabas. So I just want to, in congratulating Senator Soto, Senator Lacson, Senator Migs, all of our colleagues, I would like to manifest that I'll probably remain in the minority, but I look forward to working with you, whether we agree or disagree, because the country needs the Senate now more than ever. And my only regret naman or heartbreak is that Senator Villanueva and Senator Escudero was not able to fully vent the issues against them, precisely because every time they wanted to, they thought of the Senate. Having said that, they will have all the time and opportunity now, and the Senate always finds a way that even if its members disagree, we move forward as an institution that loves God and loves our country. So for the capacity, in my capacity, in different capacities of the committees I have held, I'd like to thank everyone for that opportunity also. Again, Senate President, welcome back and congratulations.
Thank you, Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. Majority Leader.
Senator Joe. Yeah. Yes, Mr. President, we'd like to recognize my distinguished Majority Floor Leader in the 19th Congress and also the distinguished Majority Floor Leader of the 20th Congress, no other than my dear friend, former Senate Majority Leader Joel Villanueva.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, Senator Joel Villanueva is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you to our Majority Leader. Very short manifestation, Mr. President. Indeed, it's a great honor and privilege. Karangalang napakalaki.
So yan mga kababayan, putulin muna natin yung pagsasalita ni Senator Villanueva. No? Ito mga kababayan, pasadahan po natin itong video na kung saan nagtatanong or tinanong ni Luestro itong si Curly Discaya, no, patungkol po sa mga maanumalyang flood control project. Ngunit ang kanya pong punto dito mga kababayan ay yung nakaraang administrasyon. Ito mga karibin natin, pakinggan po natin to.
Would you like to say na sa current administration may nanghihingi pero sa past administration walang nanghihingi?
Your Honor, meron din naman po na may nanghihingi po, pero hindi ganun kahigpit po. For example po, hindi uso ang 3-strike policy po noon. Na pag naka-disqualified po ang contractor na 3 ulit, mabablacklist na.
Alright. With your admission na may nanghihingi din po, question, bakit hindi mo sinama doon sa affidavit mo?
Your Honor, ano po yun? Hindi naman po naging successful yun. Kaya hindi ko na po
nonetheless, may nanghingi pa rin. It's you who admitted. May nanghihingi din po during the past. You know why I'm asking you this line of questions? Because there is a principle in the law of evidence, falsus in uno, falsus in omnibus. False in one testimony is false in all testimonies. Bakit parang nagkaroon ka ng selective amnesia, Mr. Discaya? Would you like us to believe na may nanghihingi during the current administration tapos walang nanghihingi during the past administration? How would you even explain na during the past administration, top 1 contractor ka from PCIG data and yet you are claiming walang nanghihingi unlike during the current administration? What I wish to point out, Mr. Discaya, your affidavit is full of inconsistencies and lies.
Your Honor.
So yun mga kababayan, parang yung credibility na naman, no? Parang lumalabas dito yung credibility na naman ng Discaya, no? Para mag-witness dito sa mga maanumalyang na ito, para magsiwalat, no, ng mga anomalya dito sa flood control project nito. Yun po yung sigurong pino-point out dito ni Luestro, mga kababayan, di ba? Ginawa na nila yan Kaya sino yung Expedia agent Morales, di ba? Yung credibility talagang dinurog nila. Di ba? Hanggat nawala na lang. Hindi na napag-usapan, mga kababayan. Nako po, baka maging ganun ito Ang
affidavit po na ito ay tungkol lang po sa pagsuporta po namin kay PBBM po. Kasi po, ang kanya pong finalash po sa TV nung nakaraan po ay report po tungkol sa mga unprogrammed po na project. Kaya dito lang po ang salaysay ko hanggang...
Okay, then let me ask you. If you are saving your statement by claiming that you are pertaining only to what the President discovered as anomalous projects during his administration, let me ask you. Sino yung mga nanghihingi during the past administration?
Ay, nako. Luestro. Hindi ka halata, ha? Wala kang galit sa mga Duterte, ha? Wala kang galit sa nakarang administrasyon. Even though the problem is in front of you, no? Parang, ano ba? Nasisilaw ba ang iyong mga mata, Luestro, sa mga problema ng ating bansa na kinaharap ngayon, ha? Kaya hindi umaasenso ang bayan, eh, no? Ano ba ang pagkakaiba ng administrasyon noon at ngayon at noon? Ha? Hindi nila sinisisi yung mga yung si administrasyon ni Pinoy. Kinuntinyo nila, ha? Yung mga dapat gawin, ha? Yung mga tama, ha? Nagkaroon sila ng magandang programa. Pero ang administrasyong ito, mga kabayan, wala nang magandang programa. Puro pa pagbibintang sa nakaraang administrasyon. Kaya hindi nyo talaga malulutas ang problema kasi nasa harap nyo na, nililihis nyo pa yung inyong mga mata.
Bilang isang anak ng isang Bulakenyo na nakapaglingkod bilang inyong majority leader dito sa Senado, karangalan po natin makapaglingkod under the leadership of then Senate President Mig Zubiri, then Senate President Chis Escudero, na talagang nagtiwala din po sa atin. Muli, maraming salamat sa ating mga kasamahan dito sa Senado for all your trust and confidence to this representation. Lagi pong napakalaking karangalan yung mabigyan ng posisyon, lalo na sa liderato ng Senado, na paglingkuran ang ating Diyos at ang ating bayan, at lalong-lalo na po ang mahal na nating institusyon. Kanina po kasama po ako with Your Honor, the presiding officer and Senate President and the Majority Leader doon sa meeting natin kanina for this very smooth transition. At isa lamang po yung ating napagkasunduan, lahat po tayo may isang common denominator. At yun ay protektahan at siguruhin na ang institusyon na pinakamamahal natin ay laging mas mataas yung ating pagtingin na paglilingkod. Kaya sabi po nung Romans 8:28, all things work together for good for those who love the Lord. At sinasalamin po yan ng mga kasamahan natin dito sa bulwagan ito. At nais kong magwakas by saying, Mr. President, that I am also now available to be part of the opposition, the minority, and that yung kagaya ng binanggit ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, na tayo po bilang mga lingkod bayan, nais nating makipagtulungan kahit kanino man kung ito po ay sa direksyon na pagbibigay linaw, pagbibigay tamang direksyon sa ating mga institusyon, sa ating mga government agencies, higit sa lahat in promoting truth, justice, and righteousness. Sabi po dun sa Philippians 3:14, we continue to press on toward the goal to win the prize of what God has prepared for all of us. Kaya muli, congratulations sa ating Senate President Tito Soto sa bagong liderato ng Senado. Kami po ay magiging kakatuwang ninyo sa paglilingkod sa ating Diyos at sa bayan. At gaya nung huling sinabi ko nung natapos po yung aking pagiging majority leader, sinabi ko po, the greater cause outweighs my personal interest. Maraming salamat. Mabuhay po kayo.
Thank you, Senator Villanueva. Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. And I'd like to put on record, we'd like to thank the magnanimity of the Majority Floor Leader, Senator Joel Villanueva, and the Senate President for a smooth transition in today's proceedings. We thank them, sir. And we thank you for your service, sir. Mr. President, I'd like to recognize now the acceptance speech of our Honorable Senate President, no other than Vicente C. Soto III. Mr. President, I move to recognize.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, the Senate President, Vicente Soto III, is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Philippians chapter 2, verses 3 to 4, quotes, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others. End of quote. Mr. President, I am deeply humbled and sincerely grateful to the Almighty Father, also to the Senate President, Francis G. Escudero, who administered my oath today, and to you, my esteemed colleagues, who reposed your trust and confidence in me and in my capability to again lead this august chamber at this crucial and challenging time. Our people are enraged of corruption. Corruption that is now seen, heard, and felt by the Filipinos more than ever. The failed flood control projects that's supposed to protect the lives, livelihood, and properties of our countrymen, the dilapidated classrooms for our students, and the lack of quality farm-to-market roads to aid our farmers, all are engulfed in corruption, hindering the progress of the nation as a whole. In 2018, the Senate, when I was Senate President, firmly stood in its ground, opposing the unconstitutional realignments made in the 2019 budget after the Bicameral Conference Committee report was ratified. These realignments amounting to 75 billion pesos were vetoed by then-President Duterte in accordance to the Senate's appeal and findings. Also, the funding of the free tertiary education, which triggered the law of Senator Bam Aquino and the others, is the result of the strict scrutiny of the budget by Senator Pampilo Lacson, where he found some floating budget amounting to 8.3 billion pesos in 2017. Mr. President, corruption is now perceived by our people to be in the whole of government. But with the political will of those in position and together with the vigilance and clamor from the public, we can fight this and bring transparency and true accountability that our nation deserves.
So yan, mga kababayan, sana lang po, no? Sana lang po maging transparent, mga kababayan. Okay? At sana, sa panahon po kasi ni former President, na-mention kanina, sa panahon po ni former President Duterte, may na-veto ng mga budget, mga kababayan. Sa palagay niyo po ba, kaya niyong gawin yun ulit? Pero hindi naman kayo ang magbibeto, ang presidente naman, no? Kaya nga, mga kababayan, wag nating alisin, no? Sa ating isipan, that hindi po ito lahat mangyayari kung hindi po pinirmahan ni President Bongbong Marcos Jr. yung mga budget, yung GAA, no? Well, anyway, mga karibin natin, ano po ang inyong opinion, reaksyon patungkol po sa video nito? Comment nyo na lang po sa baba. Maraming salamat po.